Water and politics, and the politics of water.
This is not easy stuff. You're dealing with a depleted system. We're trying to negotiate a deal.
I'm Ben Winslow on the Colorado River. We're getting an up-close look at what's happening on the mighty river as negotiations over its management intensify. Here on the river, the first thing you notice is how low the water level is.
This year we did not see the same snowpack, so we didn't have near as close as a peak on the Colorado River as we had the past 2 years.
JC is a guide who says the river's decline has forced them to adapt.
We have active sediment caving all around here as the water drops out, and that is definitely a concern.
JC and other river guides took a special trip along the Colorado River with the people who will decide its future in Utah.
In order for us to really understand that, there's no better way than spend a few minutes on the river.
Gene Shawcroft is Utah's lead negotiator for the Colorado River. He's in the middle of coming up with new agreements between the 7 states for management of the river that 40 million people in the western U.S. and Mexico rely on.
We're in a situation where there's just not a lot of water.
Drought appears to be driving negotiations lately. Shawcroft won't go into much about what's being said behind closed doors, but they are discussing an idea. Instead of relying on forecasts or what ought to be in the river, they react to the natural flow or the water we have. How is that being received?
Very, very well. Everyone understands that we've got to live with what we have. And what we have is much, much less than what we would like to have.
Kind of walk around and
it's an idea they're also selling to Utah political leaders, state officials, and advocates on this trip, as they all discuss doing more with less.
You get different communities involved, you get different industries involved. There's really just lots of work to keep doing when it comes to the issues that face the Colorado River.
The Colorado River isn't limited to eastern Utah. It also provides a lot of drinking water to the Wasatch Front.
we're having conversations about water policy and all the implications, and understanding this system, because it's a major driver for most of the state, including the Wasatch Front, is paramount.
But as the states continue to negotiate, some things have to change.
Conservation is one thing that I think that the upper basin has contemplated all along that we would be able to put on the table in order to facilitate a deal.
That includes things like paying farmers not to grow so many crops and let the water go downstream to Lake Powell. We've learned states like California, Nevada, and Arizona have also agreed to make bigger cuts.
The lower basin has concluded that they would reduce their use by 1.5 million acre feet. They have a plan to do that. Beyond that is where we're really struggling.
But there are other interests to consider, like tribes and local communities.
We are overlooked, and it's like we are invisible and we have no say, yet we have senior water rights in a lot of the areas. And so I just always want to make sure that we are at the table.
Tourism is Grand County's #1 industry. So this is an important part of it, these rafts and people being able to come down here and spend a few days or a week on the river.
If the states can't reach a deal, the feds and the courts may get involved. Shawcroft says if they don't have a skeleton agreement by mid-November, the Trump administration has threatened to step in and make decisions no one will like. But he believes the states can make a deal.
We will, Ben. We know we have to come up with a deal. How robust that is, how long it is, those kinds of things are still up in the air.
Now, those agreements governing the management of the Colorado River will expire in 2026. On the Colorado River, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.